All right, microphone should be good now. Yeah, I had it muted. Yeah. Ah. Ah. Keanu, Malcolm Keanu. Good evening, buddy. How are you doing? Good afternoon, everybody. First time chat, Dominic. Good evening, Dominic. First time chat. How long have you been following me? Let's see. Count. Are you actually following me? Oh, you're not following me. Okay, got it. Strange. All right. You are now. Okay. Yeah, I got a Stoic Mind book. It just arrived today, and basically, it's the thing that I shared with you a couple of times before. Some of those things, like in the Discord, right? You must have remembered those type of diagrams, right? I know that you can't see well because camera is not zooming it properly. But yeah, and for those of you who don't know, it's the Stoic philosophy. It's the Greek philosophy, right? Is the philosophy basically that talks about that, in simple words, that you should only focus on yourself and focus on the things that you can affect and try to not get affected by side effects of life, right? So you should try to always just, and then it speaks about motivation, consistency, and stuff. And that's the part that I kind of always followed myself. Matty, my friend, good evening. So basically, yeah, that's what Stoic is. And it kind of aligns very much with the stream and everything that I've been, got the employee of the month. How much is that my doing, Matty? I'm just kidding, man. Can you get it as an ebook? You cannot, no. I don't think so. 100%, of course. All right, wait, I'm just setting up some tutorial stuff, so I'm gonna actually close this. YouTube, close that. This is the music. Let me actually move it here. Well, Matty, I'm super happy, man. I'm genuinely happy for you. And you know why I'm happy? Because you've been with me here since day one, almost since I started streaming a year ago, right? So how cool is that, man? How cool is that? Seeing you now, getting to that point. I remember you when you joined my... I remember when you joined my stream, man. We discussed so many things, and very happy for you, man. Feels like, yeah, a friend of mine has gotten the promotion. Very good, man. Very good, dude. I'm very happy for you. Genuinely happy. For those of you who don't know, Matty has been part of this stream pretty much since I started streaming, maybe from the first week, like... Yeah. I don't know where, Matthew, you remember a Complex. I don't know if he is ever around. I haven't heard from him in a long time, but I hope that he's also well. Yeah, I hope he's still around. I hope, but actually he does come here and there. He jumps in, right? But yeah, yeah. Or coming up with ways to insult me and then subscribe to my channel for yet another month, probably, right? I think he was subbed since pretty much month number 1. Oh wait, what happened there? All right. Well, yeah, let's code a bit. Did I even open my VS Code? No, I wasn't sure if I'm gonna be streaming. I spent the day with my wife and kid, and I took a day off today, and I just went out with my wife. Pretty much whole day we've been outside eating, having fun, having coffees all around Copenhagen. So, but yeah, we're going to visit some friends tomorrow, so she also has to do some stuff. So that's why I'm here now. There is an ebook. Okay, I didn't know there's an ebook. Fair enough, man. Good. Please share it then in Discord. I didn't actually know, but I bought it mainly to support the author, right? That's more or less the... Nice. Let me see. Yeah, that's it. Well, I paid 50 euros for this, just FYI. So this little crap was like 50 euros. So it was very expensive. Yep. Yeah, you guys, you youngsters love free things, right? If everything could just be free for you guys, you know, if everyone could just work for free for you guys to be happy, wouldn't that be great, right? I know you like that, don't you? Motherfuckers. Okay. Sako, my dear friend, good evening. Yeah. Alex, I would just love for everything in life to be free. I mean, you know why? Cheap fucks. Okay. All right. You'll see when you have a family, when you have to feed your children and stuff, and pay 2,500 euros rent, you'll see how you're gonna be supporting free shit. I pay for everything I can. You know why? Because I like to get paid as well, right? I don't like to work for free. Of course, Sako, my friend, of course. So this is Sako, this is my API folder, and I encapsulate things, right? I don't do flat structures. I never did flat structures in my life, and I never will, because they're stupid and meaningless. And not to repeat this same discussion again, I'm just gonna, but yeah, I have an API folder. Each resource contains pretty much all of the stuff: controller, the model, the router itself, the schema, in this case Fastify schemas for validation, right? And then utilities, if there are any, some business logic, whatever, right? And that's really all that there is. And then you have a central router somewhere where you register all of your routes, right? So if I probably go to like setup routers or something here, I import all of my different routers, right? So I import them all, and then I just register them all, right? That's pretty much all that there is. There's really two main ways that people structure their code. There are many other ways, but there's two core ways that people structure their APIs. And let's not talk about Go. Go is an exception because Go packages in Go work differently. But in the Node.js world, there are usually two ways people structure code. They either have something like this. They have controllers folder, models folder, routers folder, right, etc. And this is flat structure, which I think is the worst idea that developers could have ever invented, right? Because there's no encapsulation here. You open this controllers folder, and then there's like A controller, B, C, D, you know, you get the point, right? N, right? You get it, right? The reason why this is stupid, right, is because you never think like that. You never think like, when you're building features, you're never thinking about controllers or models. You're thinking about features. So when your brain tells you, hey, I need to update the query to create a user, you're thinking about the user resource, which means you're going to have a user resource, as I do, or users, and you're going to have controller there, the model, and whatever else, right? So that's why those flat structures are meaningless, right? Because right, so now you open the models folder and you have like 400 different tables defined here. You open routers, it's way easier when you encapsulate your features into think about it as a component, right? Almost like a UI component, right? So it's way easier when you group things together as a single independent entities, right? So this user folder has all that relates to the user versus user being scattered all over the place. User is in controllers, user is in models, user is in routers, user is in utils, right? It's very hard to reason about code when it's so segregated, right? But when you combine it into its own, when you encapsulate it, right, then it makes a lot of sense. Then you can think about user, you can think about users, you can think about articles, you can think about many things. You're not thinking about controllers, right? Right. So this thing is the most idiotic thing that programmers have ever invented, right? Because it doesn't make much sense, right? Because again, why would I ever think about it this way? You open the controllers folder, you know what you want. You can never want two things at the same time. It's in physics, it's simply impossible. You cannot do things at the same time. I mean, we can only do one thing at a time. So that then means like, why would I ever go to the controllers folder and read, you know, only one out of 100% of them is what you want. So why do I need to read controller XYZ until I find the one that I need, right? It's meaningless, right? But when you encapsulate things like this, then you're thinking about, I need to change something that relates to a user. Then you go to a user folder, right? You find where your user is here, and then it's all in there, right? And this is, I think, this is objectively better structure. Now, I'm not forcing you. You can write any structure you want. I don't care at the end of the day. But for me, this has been the structure that worked the best across all languages. Again, exception is Golang, because Go works a bit differently. Packages there work differently. So that's an exception for me, right? In every other language I write, I at least when it comes to APIs, I encapsulate things like this. But I have a hard time wrapping my head about with TypeScript where to put types. Depending how you want to do that, right? When it comes to TypeScript types, right, you can do it like this. You can have the definition file, DTS file, right? So you can have a definition file that's global to your whole project, and then you could technically namespace, you know, things. So you know, I personally, when I'm writing TypeScript, I like namespacing because again, I encapsulate certain types under a one namespace, right? And this is experience coming from like when I wrote C++, you know, standard templates, STL or standard template library there, it's kind of very much namespaced, right? But what I do with TypeScript nowadays, I usually have types.ts, right? In an encapsulated folder as well, right? If I'm writing TypeScript, so I would have, this is both front end and back end. So again, imagine users, controller, routes, models, utils, and then types, right? But there are many ways, right? I think the downside of this way is that you have to export them, right? And then you have to import the types. So you have to export and import. If you're using definition files, right? If you're using, give me 1 second. So if you're using definition files, right, type declarations, you can then, if you do .ts, right, then you can make your project kind of globally understand them. So you don't have to import them at all, right? The TypeScript compiler is going to know where to find them. So you no longer have to do the imports and exports and stuff like that, right? I hope that makes sense, Sako. Any advice for someone starting to learn Java? Advice for someone? This is a very, very common question. Good evening, Wolf. It doesn't really matter. I mean, I don't know why people care so much about what project they should build, right? There's no difference in projects, right? You want to build something that's of your interest. So if you like reading books, you know, build a book library. If you like sports, build a sports platform. If you like porn, build porn platform, right? So whatever it is that you like, build that, because building something is already hard even when you want to do it. And it's even harder when you try to build something that you actually on top of that don't want to do it, right? So what you should build is whatever interests you, right? What is your interest in life? Is it video games, sports, right? So whatever is of your interest, build that, right? My pleasure, man. Raps, my friend. Good evening. I'm sorry I've been just answering some things. Yeah, that's how it is. All right. But yeah, great questions. Let's keep them coming. If anyone has any questions, right? Raps, man, like absolutely no stress, man. Just thank you for coming as always, man. Don't pressure yourself, and I don't certainly pressure myself to stream. Again, as I said, this stream is going to go on for probably many years, so neither I am in a rush, neither any of you should be. I'm not really intending to ever stop really fully streaming. I might reduce it a bit and, like I said, record some tutorials, focus more on some content that's also beneficial to me, because as many of you know, I really have zero value from the stream. So apart from having fun with you guys, of course, and hanging out and stuff like that, that's of course a huge value. But apart from that, yeah, maybe, but again, I'm not going anywhere. All right. So let's kind of start doing some stuff, right? Create meetup. What did I want? Oh yeah, actually, before we get into finalizing this, I need to fix one thing that I noticed in mobile, because I use the platform on mobile. Super awesome, man. Super nice. Super good. All right. So what I've noticed, right, is that what the fuck? What happened here? What? I think it's just this thing lagging out, isn't it? I'm pretty sure it's just this thing. What happened here? Yeah, that's awkward. Oh, okay. How many users do we have? Let me actually check. I don't know, maybe less than 1,000. I need to extend the last logged in user table, right? Just to see how many of those actually who signed up ever came to the platform, right? Give me 1 second, just off screen. I'm gonna tell you. Let's see here how many. 910. 910 users, but keep in mind I'm removing users probably every week, right? People who sign up with some stupid idiotic name or whatever, right? So I have no intention to inflate this number. So I'm probably going to remove a bunch of those, right? Who are not, a lot of people come check it out, and I get it, right? But I'll write Hakai. Good evening, buddy. I'm doing really well, man. How are you? I'd one drink, but no more. I was rambling, enjoying the bright moonlight, gazing up to the stars, unaware of a presence so near to me, watching my every move. What did I want to do? Oh yeah. Do you pay for SQL? What do you mean reps? I don't pay for anything. I host my own database, if that's what you mean. Holy place, that is where I fell from grace. It's the number of people online on Discord right now. To the dance of the dead, into the circle of fire, I followed them. Everything is hosted on Hetzner, and then we're gonna host. Wait, give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. How do I? 1 sec. So soon we're gonna start using my home Kubernetes server that I have. Wait a minute. So I don't know if you can see that. That's my Kubernetes cluster here. Give me 1 second. Yeah, so we're gonna use this cluster soon. I have this this Kubernetes cluster here. All right, that's how it is in life. You either have a Kubernetes cluster or you don't. If you don't, you fucking suck, which means everybody here except me sucks. Fucking noobs. Okay, great. I have 2 cameras, and I'm also, that makes me twice the cool. What happened with my background, man? The most important part of this stream is how my VS Code looks like. Everybody knows that. If you don't have a cool looking, background, are you even a software developer, right? If you don't have cool icons and shit like that, what are you even doing, right? What the fuck am I even doing here? Jesus Christ, man. Where's my background? Where's my background? It's funny when I insult you, there's instantly like 10 people leave the stream. Fucking snowflakes, man. Unbelievable. Oh, he hurt my web of feelings. I need to go now. Fuck you, man. All right. Oh, did he just use the F word? Oh, no. Oh, Alex. Okay. I triggered myself. I don't know why. It's just my brain works sometimes in mysterious ways, but who cares, man? Oh, did you just use the F word, Alex? Oh, no. That's so impolite. All right. Cool. Okay. We could do that, actually. That could be a good project for a stream. We could build a VS Code extension. Absolutely. It's just Chromium anywhere, right? So we would probably do it just... I mean, I actually did that when I was back at Airtame. I need to find that code base. This was like 7 years ago. But I did build a pretty actually complex VS Code extension, similar to GitHub one where you can leave comments and stuff. I just did it for Gerrit, for... What software did you build your site designs in? Matty, you mean programmer network designs? No software, man. I didn't design anything. I design everything on the go. I turn on the stream and then we do it live. Unfortunately, I don't have the time. It's kind of a paradox. I know what you mean. It's like, how come you don't have the time? Well, I have some ideas. I usually draw some things. So the tool that I'm using to draw things is pretty much this whole product has been drawn by hand, right? So basically, like I said, I think yesterday, like for me, pen and paper is the best tool in the world, on the planet. There's still nothing that beats pen and paper, right? So if you want to design things quickly, because again, there are 2 concepts of design. There's low fidelity and high fidelity, right? High fidelity, you do high fidelity when you actually already know exactly what you want to do layout-wise. And layout is the hardest thing, right? Of course, I use the Draw.io, and you see me basically using this every single stream, right? This is my favorite tool. At work, we use Miro. This is what we use at Dream Data, where I work. We use Miro, and we use Miro because it's amazing, but also we can collaborate cross-team. In my team at work, we're using DB Diagram, but I use only this for SQL, right? So in my team, I recently introduced this. In my own team at Dream Data, I introduced this tool because I can design all of our tables, but then we can export them to Postgres, and then we can run the migrations directly against that. You can also export the, actually I can show it to you right now. I'm not supposed to show you this, but you can see I can publish the documents, right? Blah, blah, blah. And I can then, it's actually quite an amazing tool, right? So you see I design, so this is some of my designs for Dream Data where I work. Then I can always publish those documents. I can lock it with password, right? And then you can see here, I can, and then as you can see, once I get in here, I have, this is kind of new feature we're designing at Dream Data, right? So you can see here, I can see all of my tables in Postgres and I can see their relations. So if I scroll here, you can see that user profiles, it has this relation, blah, blah, blah. So this is a pretty also useful tool. But again, when it comes to designing by hand, designing low fidelity mockups, pen and paper is the best. Right, yeah. This is a great tool if you need to collaborate a lot. Miro is super awesome, but if you need a lot of kind of cross theme, blah, 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 right? All right, so shut the fuck up now. I need to do some work. I have no use of you guys. I'm just wasting my time here. Okay, so, all right, so meetup form, where is this crap? Image selector. Image input, yeah, image input, all right. No, it's not image input, it's crop, image crop, right, yeah. Ooh, oh yeah, this is why, so no, actually I'm an idiot, sorry. All right. All right, so that's great, right? So this is also the issue that you, Leo, had with profile picture. I don't know how we messed that up, but let's fix that very quickly. It's the same thing, you're like clicking, but you don't actually get the user error. Okay, let's fix that very quickly. Actually, and that's a little bit strange, right? Because I think that was a regression. I'm pretty sure I did that very, very long ago, but I think at one point, yeah. So I think this error is no longer actually properly. So let's actually see here what happened in the meanwhile, right? Yeah, exactly. It's fine actually because it's really good. Like I think platform is becoming more and more stable. Actually, yesterday I started writing some articles on the platform, and I was actually I was feeling really good. I mean, it's getting more and more stable. I mean, it's very stable already, but it's some of those tiny things I think are kind of slowly disappearing. And of course, yeah, we're not really employing any. You know, when I'm developing here on the as part of the stream, right? I'm obviously I don't have. Okay, so that's great. So we can see actually, so a non-serializable value was detected, blah, blah, blah. So we are getting actually the Axios error, which is fine. And I'm asking, does this have an error type? Yeah, so there's no error type anymore. So I'm actually not I see. Wait a minute. Yeah, that kind of sucks ass, doesn't it, right? Sure. We can easily fix that, right? It's just, I think it's a regression in the API, and I can of course solve this here, but no, if some of you remember, I have a very, very proper and articulated error handling strategy. So I don't wanna move away from that, right? So if we go to my API, right? Error handling for me is like the most important part of the project, right? So it's like it has to be done super properly, right? Okay, beautiful. Let me just see how I did it before for this case. Yeah, Yes, okay. Beautiful. Okay, so let's do this and let's go to, let's for example, go to upload avatar first. Suffering evil when you pay the price of pain. Yeah, exactly, right? So over here somewhere, we are not responding with the actual error that I want. If we go to setup decorators in my... And Salko, if you're still there, man, you can always come to my place, dude, and I'll show you the whole programmer network code. I can even give it to you. You're my friend, so if you want, you can come to my place and I'll just give you all you need, man. Yeah, I think this is the problem, right? Request file too large. I used to actually respond here with an actual HAV validation error, right? Yeah, well, whenever you want, man, it's just FYI, it's here for you. Show you the gates of tomorrow. Show you the gates of tomorrow. Do, 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 do. Oh, of course, man. That's considered, dude. I'm here to give any experience I also have, because what you told me that you want to build is amazing. Okay, let's see if this... So let's go actually to the avatar. Oh, fuck, we were at the avatar already. Oh, man, that's sick. We should probably have another coffee or beer very soon. Yeah, beautiful. So you can see now we have response, data, errors, the file exceeds limit of blah, blah, blah. Beautiful. Okay, so what it is that we're doing wrong whatsoever is because response... Yeah, so let's improve this. So if error dot... Of course you use Fastify, man. Of course you did. Don't disappoint me. So if error response, right? Too young to run. If error response data errors type. Jesus Christ, man. Chasing dreams, the dreams of you. Always seeking, always asking questions right from the start. Of course, man. That's what Fastify does to you. Prevents you to also write crap, right? So okay. Beautiful. There we go. HAV validation type. Beautiful. And then, of course, we have to... Yes. Okay. Never ending, never searching, chasing dreams, the dreams of the heart. Always seeking, always asking questions right from the start. I'm gonna get red in my face. Shut up there, okay? The word beautiful is, I don't know, man. My brain just produces it randomly. I don't know exactly why, to be very frank with you, but it just does. It's very hard. I brainwashed myself to be genuine with you, right? What the fuck? What are those shitty emojis, man? Jesus Christ, I love you guys. Nobody here is like older than 16 for sure, and I love that. Beautiful. Look at those beautiful emojis. It's just perfect. Yeah, okay, so that's good. Fucking amazing, man. Kindergarten, I love it. You guys are so useless. It's incredible. Okay. Good evening, Max, my friend. How are you? There we go. The file exceeds the limit of 100 kilobytes. Vim. Okay, if you're the Vim guy, I have to just oblige. You must be really good at writing code because you're using Vim. Because editor correlates to the quality of the software you write. What did I want to do whatsoever? Let me shut the fuck up myself. Yes, the server is returning this error. You should, as I always say, right? It's all about being pragmatic about really anything in life. Really, it's really it's really just common sense, man, right? You get what I mean? It's just common sense, right? You use whatever you're productive in, right? No point, right? I think that yeah, I mean, in our community, of course, some people have tendencies to be perceived as good, which is why you get what I mean, right? But at the end of the day, it's people who get the job done who are actually good, and they can use Notepad if they want, or VS Code or Visual Studio. Nobody really cares. No CTO or founder or your employer actually gives a shit what you're using to write code, right? It's only that your output that counts, right? You're either valuable to the organization or you fucking suck, right? And that's how simple it is. Yes, that's how simple it is. Yes. Yeah, well, that's how it is, man. That's how it is. Okay, so actually, yeah, so we need to kind of do this. So you see, this upload avatar really shouldn't really care about this, right? So this error here is what should be returned here. So we should never really get to this point of showing this, right? So let's fix that, right? Because we need to, right? We have this parse image decorator, right? And I'm gonna jump into the discussion as well in a moment. So give me a moment. So we have the parse image, right? And this parse image is a central place that we use to parse the image. So this thing is really there, is a centralized tool for any image uploads, right? So I think we should actually respond with an HAV thing here. The only thing that we don't know is like what field is it, right? So what I think actually that I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna extend this parse image to actually in this options, I'm gonna actually provide a way to provide a field here, right? So because this, as you know, I'm using the same validation in both front end and back end in kind of isomorphic way, and my UI needs this to know how to render the error, right? So it's gonna use this to associate it to one of the fields in the form. So the avatar itself is going to be one of the fields in the form. Well, it needs the avatar, so it knows what to associate it to. And this is the error message, right? So let's actually do that here. So if I search for parse image, which we are basically using here, I'm sure, yes. So handle image upload, right, is where am I using this? Here, right? Beautiful. And I'm using it because you can see in two places, right? So super easy for us, right? So this thing is, how did we call this one? I think we called it cover image in the cover image upload, and then the other one is the avatar, the profile avatar, right? So what we're gonna do, those are the actual options. So we're gonna say Oh no. Oh no. 16 months. Dude, have I been streaming for 16 months? That's actually pretty sad. And it's even more sad that you've been paying me for that long. What a fool. I'm waiting for the insult. I kind of attacked first because you know how they say the attack is the best defense, right? So I kind of tried to catch him off guard, but I'm pretty sure he gave me a compliment. So is this complex actually? What a is it cover photo or cover image? I think it's cover image. Complex, my friend, I'm very happy to see you, dude. Seriously, thank you for coming, man. I was actually asking about you a couple of minutes ago. I was asking about you a couple of minutes ago. Oh, dude, I missed you. I missed you. I genuinely miss you, man. When you're around, the stream is just more fun. And I love the insults. I love them a lot. Leo, that's really the. I'm happy to hear that, man, and that's the part of this. That's also the part of this Stoic philosophy, right? It is the part of helping others, man. I mean, I genuinely stream because of that. That fulfills me. That's why I know I taught at the bootcamp for 5 years, not because of money necessarily. Money is nice and all of that, right? It's more like a recognition for your efforts, but there's really nothing more addictive than helping people, right? There's genuinely nothing more addictive than lifting others up. That's just, there's nothing more humane in life you can actually do, genuinely, right? So it's, and some people just need a little thing, right? Some people literally need just a tiny advice and you can save their life, literally. Some people just need to hear a tiny thing in their lives to just be better instantly, right? It's incredible what one simple advice can do, right? Matty, that would be. Will we ever see you playing some guitar? Absolutely, we will. We did that, I think, once or twice in this stream. Matty, you would not make a mistake for sure. You would definitely not make. You would not make a mistake. Yeah. So this thing should no longer. Okay, let's code a bit because we're now just chatting, and I'm not here to chat to you guys because again, you're useless, right? I'm here to. So yeah, so let's just improve this a bit, right? Because there is slight inconsistencies in this specific method, right? Um, because we can't really do this because we would need to throw this and then catch it in here, right? So technically here, what we should actually do, we should say, you know, so what we should really do is we should say throw, right? Something like this, right? And then we should catch it in here, right? Yeah, then we would return this stuff, right? Yes. Yes. And then this fella is trying to parse the image, right? So we would get the error here. Yeah, so this is, yeah, actually, so that's fine, right? If there's no buffer, blah, blah, blah. So I think at no point in here, really, we should, there's no, yeah, right, okay, sure, give me a second. I'm just talking out loud to myself, it's easier. Okay, so we throw that, we do this stuff, right, which is great, that's correct, that's also correct, buffer is null. That's correct. If there's no buffer, so for whatever reason, if this exception happens, right, then we should probably also respond, because we always want to propagate this to our front end, right? So really here what we should do, we should say error and do this, right? Let's comment this out for a second. It's okay, we did this in one of the last streams, right? So that's actually perfect. Invalid image error message. Is valid image. Is valid image. Yeah, so let's improve this all together, right? It's okay. So basically, yeah, is valid error message. Yeah, I don't like this really, right? So if catch error. So let's change this slightly a bit. It's okay, right? So really what we want to do here, we want to say is valid image error, right? Not error message. And then we want to smack this bad boy in here and then do something like this, right? Wait for the signs, they tell the truth. I see the signs of the end. Oops, that's not really what I wanted, right? Okay. So that I actually like, right? And respectfully, I'm going to do the same here, right? Because again, I would like to. It's the sun. Do do do. It's tragedy. Yeah, I think there's a huge misconception about Denmark and generally Scandinavia being that cold. I mean, a lot of people have this, in my opinion, very invalid assumption, right? I mean, this is not Russia, right? I mean, so is it raining in the autumn and winter? Sure, right? But it's not, you know, I mean, I swam 3 months this year. You know, I live here by the beach in Ama, right? So, I mean, I've been swimming pretty much every day this summer, right? So I think there's a huge misconception about this country being like somehow like super cold. It's completely not true. Is it colder than, you know, Balkans, you know, where I was born personally and stuff? Yeah, of course. But it's not cold like you need a jacket, and the summers are warm and it's nice, right? So I don't know, it's like there's a. Exactly, Sako. Agreed. Without global warming, this country would be cold. So fuck green energy and let's, you guys, doesn't matter where you live, please pollute this planet the as much as you can, okay? Because Scandinavia is turning into absolute paradise, okay? So, just, burn trash, don't care about the planet, throw trash all over the place, right? Just do it, man. It's great. It works super nice for us here in Scandinavia, okay? Just destroy everything. Thank you very much. Thank you. You guys are awesome. You guys rock. Global warming is amazing here in Denmark. Beautiful temperature. This Denmark is turning into a paradise. It's gonna be like Florida here, in like 2 decades. Just burn trash. Don't care about the planet. So we here in Denmark, we can have it super nice. Finally, some light here in this country as well. It's just amazing. Shit. In my thoughts no more. I can't. All right, beautiful. Okay. I like it. I like it. Air. Yes. Yes. That's amazing. You know what? Actually, shit. I could have done this better. Okay. No. It's great. Super nice. Super nice. Don't worry. Relax, man. Relax. Okay. Just relax. Like, calm your tits down, guys. Come on. Relax. Okay. Beautiful. Beautiful. That's actually a very good idea. Very good idea. Ugh, I'm so smart. Incredible. I don't know how can I be so smart and humble at the same time. Sometimes I just surprise myself. Beautiful, beautiful. Perfect. Chance, can we take it? And we only get one life, can't exchange it. Can we hold on to what we have? Don't replace it. The age of innocence is fading. So nice, so beautiful, beautiful. All right, that's great. I really like that. I really like that. So it's good. Incrementally, we came to this. So we slowly came to the conclusion of this code, and this code is amazing. So that's really good. So it kind of slowly. I hate this white. Okay, beautiful. Great. I like that a lot. Okay. So we only get one chance. Can we take it? And we only get one life. Can't exchange it. Can we hold on to what we have? Don't replace it. Lemao. Lemao. Rafflecopter. Lemao. You guys are so funny. Lemao. Limao. Limao. Lemao. Ooh. Kakvum. Lemao. Kakve. Raffle. Lemao. Fucking 7 years old children on this stream, man. Limao. Limao. Raffle. Limao. Limao. A Rafflecopter. Kakve. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. Okay, I will shut up. Fair enough. It was a genuine shut up. I respect that. I respect that. The fuck just happened here, bro? Limao. Limao. Limao, lol. Complex articulated language of an average teenager today. Oh, lol. Limao. Rafl. Fucking idiots, man. Grow up. Okay, that's how it is, man. You guys suck and you know it. That's how it is, bro. That's how it is. What can I do? It's not my fault that you guys suck ass. Limao. 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 Oh, Alex, Limao. That's so funny. Limao. Shut the fuck up, man. Response data errors. Error response data. Limao. Fucking idiots. AGV validator error. Oh, Alex, that's so Limao. You guys are so funny. Limao. Fucking morons. Oh, Alex, Limao. Oh. Oh, Leo, you're so funny. Limao. Limao. Rafel. Kekve. Kekve, man. You're so funny. That's how you say it. Limao. Isn't that, is that how you pronounce it? Limao. 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 Upload avatar. Limao. Error response, right? So error response data errors. Error response data type is HAV validation error. Dude, what the hell is happening? I'm a bit confused now, bro. You guys are distracting me too much. I can't. Limao. What is this error? Limao. What is this error, man? Jesus Christ. Limao. I wrote it Vatar. It's not Vatar, man. It's Avatar. Limao. What the fuck, man? Limao. Cover image. Cover image. Avatar. Limao. Dude, why does it say Vatar here? What the fuck is happening, man? Why is my API responding with Vatar? Limao. That's so bad. Limao. Kekve. Ah, so Kekve. Limao. Avatar. Yeah, it's here. What the fuck? Why is the console saying Vatar? Limao. Ugh. So hilarious. Limao. Shut the fuck up, children. Vocabulary of an apes. When I go to those gaming streamers, I want to literally kill myself. Oh, Limao. Shut the fuck up, man. How old are you? Jesus Christ. And no one can take it away. I know what I want. I'll say what I want. No one can take it away. I know what I want. Limao. Yeah, it says Avatar here. Am I cutting something here or whatever? Limao. What is this process AGVR is doing? I suppose it's this thing that's like, am I doing some am I mutating stuff by accident here? Process AGVRs. How did I implement this? Get field name. Ah, shit, man. Oh, yeah, my bad. I know what the issue is. Limao. So funny. Limao. How my wife is knocking the wall to stop yelling like an idiot. And I will do that because I have to. Until she plugs off the internet. Okay, Limao. There we go. Rufflecopter Limao. Kekva. Kekva. There we go. Ah, finally. Jesus Christ. Limao. Smarty, good evening, my friend. Can we stop now? Yes, sorry. I'm sorry, Sako. I needed the sound of reason. Thank you. I will stop now. Okay, beautiful. So that works as well. Oh my God! Look at the children. Nobody here is more than 14 years old. What am I even doing here? Annoying pricks. Okay, beautiful. What do you want to say by that, Sako? Am I thinking what you're thinking, or actually no? Wait a minute. Am I thinking? Okay, I don't know. Wait, let me try that again. Am I thinking that you're thinking what I'm thinking? Yes, I got it. Rufflecopter. That's a good one, actually. Rufflecopter. The file size exceeds the limit of 2,000 kilobytes. Okay. So beautiful. Seriously, this was a really good refactor, and we are in fact gonna push this immediately to production. It's just okay. Let me go. Okay, let's get let's kind of code. So let's go. It goes to Fastify multi-part, right? I don't know if the file size is actually in bytes or kilobytes. In bytes, so it is in bytes, right? And that's okay, right? Why am I getting those freaking errors, man? File size, okay. So this is in bytes, right? And then we divide that by 1,000, right? Technically. So it's 2 million bytes, which is 2 megabytes, right? I have sailed to many lands. My final journey. On the bow I stand. West is where I go. Through the night of cloud, still my heart calculate and pray. Sell the green screen? I don't have a green screen. I never had it. It's just a software thing, right? What do you mean? I just come here and I say remove background. There you go. That's my green screen, bro. That's my green screen right in your face, okay? I see the ghosts of navigators about their past. As they sail into the sunset, they count the cost. As the skeletons accusing emerge from the sea, the sirens of the rocks take my heart and set it free. Carrying forward by the waves, no one left to run. Navigator sun chasing rainbows on days. Where I go, I do not know. I only know the place I've been. Dreams they come and go, ever shall be so. Nothing's real until you feel. The sirens call my name. I will not fail now. I do have an angel-like voice, but it's impossible to have that voice singing in myself, right? I would actually have to sing. And that would mean I would have to be loud, and that would mean I would wake up my son, then that would mean my wife would get mad at me, and that would mean not good. As they sail into the sunset, there come the cost, as the skeletons accusing. Happy wife, happy life, exactly. Or no woman, no cry, right? It's one of those things, right? But yes, we need each other. Humanity, we both need each other, right? Men and women, right? We can't live without each other. And we can't live with each other, right? Shit, man. So I did mess this crap up. Okay, but we'll fix this one in a second. Let's see. The file. Okay, great. So we're getting to good. Bounty, my friend. Good evening. Super. I'm very happy with this. Okay, that's great. Very happy with this. So we did a really solid kind of refactor there. Very simple stuff, but it's kind of, we gave it time and stuff. I'm just gonna, I don't like the syntax, so I'm just gonna improve this slightly a bit. I think yeah. So the book that I got, it is really a lot of stuff from here. For example, a lot of stuff that's why I said I also wrote to Adi Osmani on LinkedIn. For example, one of the things that I always tell you about consistency, right? So for example, this says consistency does not require perfection. Consistency does not require perfection, right? And then there's a little diagram with like those dots, right? And then let's read just one or two paragraphs. So consistency is crucial because it helps us build habits and improve over time. On the other hand, perfectionism can act as a barrier to progress, leading to frustration and at times even stagnation. While it's natural to want to produce our best work or achieve our peak performance, striving for perfection can sometimes be a hindrance rather than a help. Let's discuss why consistency is more important than perfection and how embracing imperfection can lead to greater progress and success. So that's a really good one. It says the pitfalls of perfectionism. Perfectionism, while it may seem like a noble pursuit, often comes with a set of challenges that can impede progress. Procrastination, the desire for perfection, can lead to inaction, as we may find ourselves waiting for the perfect moment or condition to begin. Discouragement, when we don't achieve the high standards we set for ourselves, it's easy to become discouraged and lose motivation, right? We spoke about this so many times. Fear of failure. Perfectionism can instill a fear of failure that prevents us from taking risks or trying new things. The benefits of consistency. Consistency, on the other hand, offers a range of benefits. This is really important, so bear with me for a minute. Consistency, on the other, and I spoke about this so many times, right? I mean, those were my personal ideas, and it's just comes that this book a lot I agree with. So it seems that this philosophy is also my own, right? So consistency, on the other hand, offers a range of benefits that contribute to long-term progress and success, right? If one word I've used inside of the stream for more than a year has been consistency and continuity. Okay, then it says habit formation. By consistently working towards a goal, we develop habits that make it easier to maintain our efforts and eventually reach our objectives. Incremental improvement, again, programmer network. Consistent effort allows us to make small improvements over time, which can accumulate and lead to significant progress. Resilience. Embracing imperfection and focusing on consistency help us develop resilience in the face of setbacks or challenges. Applying consistency in real-life scenarios. To illustrate the power of consistency, let's consider two examples. Exercise. When aiming for regular exercise, it's more effective to focus on consistent daily activity rather than attempting to perfect workout each time. This approach not only ensures we maintain momentum, but also prevents discouragement when we. And the next one is actually about. The next one is about projects. So listen to this one: creative projects. For projects such as writing a book or painting, prioritizing consistency over perfection enables us to make steady progress. By working on our projects regularly, even if we don't always produce our best work, Programmer Network, we can still improve over time. Conclusion. In conclusion, consistency is a powerful force that drives long-term progress and success. By embracing imperfection and focusing on consistent effort, we can overcome the challenges posed by perfectionism and enjoy the benefits of habit formation, incremental improvement, and resilience. Remember, consistency does not require perfection. It simply requires a commitment to doing our best and showing up day after day. So that's a whole, right? Yeah, another one. Discipline is not about perfection, it's about continuity. So I'm not going to read it all, but this book arrived today, and Adi Osmani is pretty much the only guy I follow on GitHub, right? He is the only guy I pretty much follow on my GitHub profile as well, and I have a high respect for him, and I actually pinged him today. He's, I think, pretty much the only guy. Actually, Matteo is one, and Adi is another. But I actually did ping him today, and he actually did respond, which is pretty cool, right? So he did respond like, I'm glad book resonates with your awesome experience, Alexander. Thank you so much for the support. So he also took the time to respond. So that was pretty cool, considering he is the leading engineer on Chrome. So this browser that you're using right now, this guy is a leading engineer on Chrome, on Google Chrome, right? So he also wrote this, right? super nice guy. He contributed so much to this community. It's incredible. Let me get some water. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Should we turn this into an alcoholic stream? Let's drink some rum. I actually brought some rum. It's a pretty good one. Captain Morgan. Spiced gold, spiced and smooth finish. Caribbean rum with spice and other natural flavors. Pretty good stuff. Fuck. Shit, man, I spilled it all over myself. Fuck. Fuck you, okay? Wait, I need to change the shirt. Shit. All right. That was a little accident there. Whew. The bottle attacked me, and I have an evidence on the camera. It was the bottle. It was not me. Whew. Well, I didn't shower in days anyway, so that was great. Okay. Cool. That's pretty cool. Okay. Okay, let me try to drink the water again without water actually attacking me. Wait. Fucking bottle, man. MongoDB is not a shitty database, actually. MongoDB is a pretty good database, just not for what we are doing, right? It would not be useful to this project in particular now, but it's a very good database. And it actually got a couple of weeks ago, if you remember, I've been to Stockholm to Google Cloud Summit. They came, I spoke to the MongoDB guys, and they came up actually with some amazing, with some pretty amazing things, right? So for sure, MongoDB. I didn't actually have the banana. We forgot to buy the bananas. I actually wanted to eat one now, but yeah. Unfortunately, yeah, that's how it is in life. Sometimes you have bananas, sometimes you don't. What happened here? Okay. Shut the fuck up. Okay. No, that's not what I actually wanted. What did I want? I wanted to this. What? Ah, shit. Yeah, man, like shut up, man. Like seriously, like I actually feel like eating a banana now, man. You fucking suck, okay, dude? That's not cool, man. Now I actually literally feel I would go to the store and buy the banana, man. Why? Why? Leave me be. Sanitarium. Just leave me alone. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. That's amazing, actually. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I like it a lot, actually. Okay, well, let's push this to production. Super nice changes. Super nice changes. Not really. This is not gonna go. Can I open? Yeah. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. 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 Leave me be. Asako, we're going to visit some friends at 4 p.m. I believe. Apart from that, no, not really. Apart from that, no, not really, honest. If we don't stay long, 100%, man, I would love that. Let me be a normal human being now and not promise it because I don't know, but I would love that, man, of course. I think that would be actually super nice. All right, let's hopefully buy buy this man some bananas. I do truly hope whatsoever that Sako does take this advice literally and not figuratively, because I would not like to get some other banana instead, if you know what I mean, right? So Sako, please take this incredibly, incredibly literally and not figuratively, okay? Because Sako is a naughty boy, right? He might have thought of something else in this case, and he literally meant the fruit, the banana, in fact, and nothing else. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, Alex, I have a banana for you, man. It's waiting for you right there. Just come. So disgusting and so beautiful at the same time. I love it. This stream is just beautiful, beautiful. So many freaks in here. I love it. Took a very yeah very quick third yeah definitely didn't take long for two dudes to yeah I mean what is what you get what I mean. what can you expect from two pretty much two apes, right? Men are like apes, right? Well, I hope it's not a joke, Sako, but yes, we'll see. It really depends, but you know what I mean, bro. Let's drink some rum. Actually, it's a really good rum, man. Okay, no, this one actually tastes. No. I think no. I'm just playing my role, right? I'm just acting up, right? Good evening, my friends. How are you? Ah, shit. I see. Okay. All good, right? Huh? Okay, so something strange has happened with this. Yeah. So what the fuck happened here? What did we do here? I think. Yeah. I see it. Right. Yeah. I think. Yeah. I see. I actually don't see. I'm just bullshitting you, right? Cedric, I love you, man. Thank you for coming, dude. I wish you best, man. Let me just try one thing here. Ah, shit. My bad. This should be obviously style, right? Actually, didn't see this one. It's okay. See you, my friend. Thank you. All right. So that's it. I see. I see. What did I have here before I kind of went ahead and refactored this crap? No, I don't. Yeah, no. Yeah, okay, but so why do I have? Wait a minute. Why do I have this transform? What was this for? Give me a second. All right. Right. Okay. But this won't do, right, for the meetups, right? So if we go and create a new meetup and try to upload something, right? Let's say Hetzner, right? So that kind of sucks, right? So actually, no, it's fine, I guess. Yeah, I mean, yeah. So we need to, yes, okay, sure. Rickroll you. So yes, okay. So let's do it like this. So what I'm gonna do over here, I'm gonna pass a different prop. I'm gonna say crop area class name, right? And yeah, over here we're gonna say class name, and then class names. We're gonna use this thing, right? Thank you everybody for your follows and stuff. Appreciate it. Crop area class name, right? And then we can control this obviously individually in certain places, right? So for the avatar upload, we'll just say here that yeah, let's do the twice of the actual size. So we're gonna say, all right, I want width to be 224 px, right? And height to be tweet, yeah, something like that, right? Now if I go to profile and we try to upload something, right? Okay, if I try a bigger picture, right? I go wallpapers, I try this. What if I say with full and then the height, whatever the height of the image is? Give me 1 second. Oh shit, did our stuff deploy properly? Yeah, it did. Okay, beautiful. Super. Okay, going back to this, right? Give me 1 second. Yeah, but I don't really like this. Do I? Maybe I do, yeah. I just want to see something. Yeah, that's going to stretch it, obviously, right? So I think ultimate question here, though, is that this preview, what should it really be, right? So if we leave it to be full width and height, right? So if we say, you know, like v full h full, then that means, hey, I should be able to select anywhere in the image. But then why is this thing so big? Because this should really be smaller relative to this image. Then you should be able to select somewhere. So what happened with this crop area? That seems wrong, right? I think that's fundamentally the issue, right? Because this image is super large, but then this thing is, it's almost like it's not respecting the height and width and stuff. Let's see. Is this the issue? No. Locked true. Crop. Yeah, like why is this like this, man? Jesus Christ, dude, it's pissing me off now. Yeah, just actually, yeah, we thought about the same thing. No, but I don't think so. It doesn't seem so, right? It seems like super large. This is not 112 pixels for sure, right? Is it? I mean, this seems that it's literally, where is this thing, right? This is like what, let's say computed. Yeah, this is like 800, right? So why is it not calculating the stuff properly? See, this circle should be, you know, 112 by 112, right? And it's not, so. Okay, so it was the aspect. Okay, shit, man. All right, I see. Okay, so that's why, right? So because now I want a person to kind of select avatar like this, right? So I should be able to do this. Right? Okay, so if we go actually to the avatar now, yeah, but so I think now one thing that we need to do is like we need to make sure that as you're selecting this, right, that we get this and then compress this. It doesn't seem so. Let me see how I implemented this back in the day. So I do this. I click upload, right? What do we do then? We take this. Didn't I have some compression, right? Didn't I implement some compression algorithm or whatever? Yeah, upload image dialog. Yeah, okay. Image input compression enabled. Okay, so that's what we're not doing for the image input, are we? Didn't image input, image crop. Where's the image input? Yeah, so it doesn't seem we're doing that here at all. Compression enabled, true. That's how did I implement this? Compression. Yeah, right. So I kind of did like that, I suppose, right? Let's see. How did I implement this? Compress image max width. Okay, so well, anyway, I definitely want to do that on the meetup form as well, right? Image input. Compression enabled, true. So yeah, so it did actually upload this thing, right? I just don't remember how I actually implemented it, right? What it is that so wait, let's take a look at that. So we select the stuff. On file, on select file, on change, on file. So we load the file, we set the local thing, which then becomes this. So yeah, so if I actually go here, so if I do this and do this, so that now we're inside of the selection, yes. So now we have the local src. Then we click handle upload, right? And then over here, let's see what it is that we do actually. Yeah, but we so this file technically now, right, is basically the file that we set, right? So let's actually print this file and get some information of it, right? So if I try to upload this now, size is what? Let's say, is this in bytes or kilobytes? Will do, Sako, man. Thank you, man. Love you. Have a good night, man. Enjoy Netflix or whatever you do. Well, okay, we certainly improved this. There's no question about that, right? So we're gonna go and we're gonna push this bad boy. I don't actually think that do we really need this. Let me just make sure that we do or don't, okay? And what if I do this? Okay, and then it allows you to choose it like this, okay? Okay, beautiful. Image crop. Wow, we have new people joining the Discord. Beautiful. What did I want to do? Where's the bugs? Yeah, I'm just gonna close this and resolve it. So let's say close. Beautiful. Site fart. Site farting on Gecko. Beautiful. That was intentional. Okay. What did I do? Okay. Let's go to Cloudflare. Yeah, it's deploying. Beautiful. And what I'm gonna do, profile. I don't know if we actually have those changes, but now, yeah, we don't. Yeah, it's still the old stuff, but now we should actually get a proper error, right? I hope so. Okay, no, because we didn't deploy the stuff yet, I suppose. At least I didn't get my service worker to ask me for a new version. It's simply because I'm a very smooth person, you know. That's how it is. I'm super smooth. They call me Smoothie, actually. That's what it is. Mr. Smoothie, that's what they call me. Lee Mao. Lee Mao. Lee Mao. Did you actually watch that video on YouTube, guys? Like, did you seriously watch it? Wait. Did you watch this video? Wait. It's actually hilarious. Are you ready? Okay, wait. LMB foul. That's how I feel when you guys talk. Lee Mao. There you go. Lee Mao. Why is my service worker not asking me that? Did we deploy? I think we. Here it is. Okay, beautiful. 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 All right. Fixed. Amazing. Okay. The best song in the world. It's the best song in the world. It's Tenacious D, man. But if you were not 6 years old, you would know that. That's how it is. Fucking baby. I hired this guy for my team a couple of months ago, and he didn't know about Pink Floyd and Metallica. I regretted hiring him instantly. How do you not know about Metallica, man? Like, where the fuck did you live? You know. I wish I asked that in the interview. No, I'm just teasing you, man. The greatest song in the world. This is a tribute. Better believe it. Hmm. Oh, I see. What the heck? Ah, okay. We'll need to cover this state, the update state. Okay, I see. Tenacious D, man. Jesus Christ, people. Rednecks. Okay. My song list is in my head. My song list is in my head. I will add those to the playlist. Right now they're just popping in my head. I will add them to the existing list. Hip hop is not a music. It's people saying words that rhyme. Let's face it, right? I don't use Spotify. I'm not a hipster. I use YouTube Music. I'm not so cool, you know. How did this happen though? Okay, let's try that again now though. Yeah, and that's also not good. I don't like that. Okay. Yeah, that's actually good. Yeah, that I like. Yeah, that's how it should be. Yes. Yep. 100%. 100%. That's good. Yeah. Now the question though is, did we mess something up here though? No. Was this actually uploaded now? That's unclear. That's actually unclear. Let me go to Cloudflare, right? Sometimes you got to squeeze. Sometimes you got to say please. Sometimes you got to say hey. Fuck you. Softly. I'm gonna screw you gently. I'm gonna hump you sweetly. I'm gonna bore you as cruelly. And then say, hey, I brought you flowers. Then you say, wait a minute, Sally. I think I've got something in my teeth. Could you get it out for me? That's fucking teamwork. What's your favorite position? Oh yeah, let's take a look at this. Yep. Yeah, so that's correct. Yep. Yep, that's correct. Yep. 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 So that's actually correct. So it is uploaded, right? Yeah. There's no local source in selected cover. Yeah, that's also problematic, right? Okay, so we'll need to figure that out soon. Give me a second. What do we want to play? What do we play? We want to play yeah, let's play some Dire Straits, right? No, let's actually do a bit something better, yeah. So that's good. So we just need to figure out the states here for this fella when we're actually updated. Actually, you know what? Let's do a bit of questions. Is there any questions? Because it's Friday, and actually I might actually finish as well soon. Is there any questions? Anyone? Too many places. Do we have any questions? Does anyone need help with something? Opinions, whatever? Why are you so handsome? Perfect genes. Perfect genes. Nothing more. I was just born perfect. Any other questions? Can you play us a song? I would play you a song, but my son is sleeping and my wife just went to bed. So I don't think that would be nice to them. It's like it's almost midnight here, and it's even more later than where you are, Leo. So any new people that want to ask something, please feel free. If you need help or an advice or something. So no questions, I suppose. Didn't you say that it's wait? Weren't you 1 hour ahead? Opinion about V1 dev. I cannot have an opinion on something that's still in alpha and I have no access to, right? When I see it in action, I'll form an opinion. Until then, it's just an abstract, holistic thing, something that might be good or might be bad, right? But we don't know. I don't generally share opinions on things that I didn't use in production and things that I didn't experience firsthand, right? Why? Because opinions like those are useless, right? If you haven't used something in production, then your opinion is really meaningless, right? If you haven't used it in production, if you haven't used it in a team setting, then what you think about something, oh, I tried it in a Hello World app. Who gives a shit, right? Nobody. Only opinions that matter are real life experiences. That's the only thing that truly matters, right? So yeah, it's a simple rule. If you haven't used something in production, you can have an opinion, but it's useless. It serves nobody, right? That's just how it is, man. I mean, I'm doing this because it's fun for me. You can see the way that I act here as well is I just don't care, right? I mean, I want to influence as many of you, especially there's a lot of young people in the stream, and it's an honor in a way to help some of you to at least not be brainwashed by this, but YouTubers, Twitter gods, and bullshit, right? In simple words, right? The only thing that matters in any real job is value that you provide and which language you use, how you use it. Nobody cares. The only thing that matters for business and money and your salary is how much value you provide to your organization, right? I will stream tomorrow, yes. So yeah, that's really how it is. And everything else, what I think about this new CSS framework, CSS, this, who gives a shit, man? Nobody cares. Your CTO doesn't care. Your CEO doesn't care. Your that's the only reality. Everything else is just a bunch of little nerds trying to act cool and look smart. But at the end of the day, if you're not productive and not kicking ass at work, you're useless for the most part, right? That's really all that there is to it, and everything else is just a self-perception of things, how you perceive yourself to be. Like, oh, I know about this latest CSS thing. Who gives a shit, man? Nobody. Morning, I actually don't know play one game. I don't know. It depends on my wife and my kid. It really depends on what I do with them, right? Because again, this stream is, absolutely secondary things. So I do this when I'm not with them or doing something more fun, right? So but for sure, I like to stream and I like to hang out with you guys, right? So don't take me wrong. It's just it's this is not my job. I do this for fun. So when I can, I stream. When I can't, I don't stream, right? So that's how it is, right? Yeah, Leo. I mean, more or less, pretty much. The value is all that matters. As I always say, if you're ever in doubt, just ask yourself: if you had your own company, you invested your own money, your own savings, what type of person would you want? A person that goes to YouTube and jerks off in comment section, or somebody who's actually productive and actually builds things and makes customers happy, right? And this is how it is, right? That's how it is, right? All these tools can make you more valuable and can make you less valuable. Absolutely, 100%. 100%. That's why whenever you're using any new thing or doing anything in life, start with why. Always ask why. Am I using this because it's the newest thing and I saw it by following my Twitter god? Or am I using this because I have a genuine problem and I'm trying to solve that problem, right? So yes, new things can make you more and less productive. And that depends how pragmatic you are and if you actually ever face any problems, right? A lot of you guys talk about performance and stuff, while many of you never in your career yet faced any performance issues, and you will not for a long time, right? So a lot of you speak of performance, you speak of this and that, but you never actually faced any of that, right? Hence, you're not credible enough to have an opinion on it. You cannot have an opinion on performance if you never face performance issues. That makes no sense. You cannot have an opinion on scalability if you never face scalability issues, right? Because only thing that you're doing is just sharing someone else's words, right? Oh, Node.js is slow. Well, okay, where? Well, I read it on a Medium article, right? Those opinions are just shitty, empty words, right? And in a real discussion with real professionals, you would have no ground to stand on, right? Because you're just like a parrot, just repeating some crap that you read somewhere on some tweet or some comment section, right? Yeah, that's how it is, right? That's the reality, right? There's reality, and then there's hipsters, and there's hipsters, there's reality, and you have people who get stuff done, and you have people who take pictures of their keyboards and put them on the internet, right? That's how it is. What do you usually stream on? I usually stream from 9 p.m. Copenhagen time. That's so I go to work, I come from work, I take care of my son because my wife sometimes works second shifts. So I take care of my son, I'm with him for 3 or 4 hours, I wash him, I feed him, I take him to bed, and then after all that day, then I stream, usually around 9 p.m. But yeah, the safest place if you really want to watch me and learn some. I mean, this stream is really all about me and my experience. I mean, I don't share some bullshit. I don't try random things. I just share things that I do at work every day. So everything that you're watching on this stream is aggregation of my experience, right? So I don't. This is not a stream where I'm gonna go and try out new CSS tool or some shit like that, right? So you can find that on YouTube or anywhere really. Most of those content creators, they're pretty much following those trends and then just making same videos all over again, right? So yeah, so if you like to hear real stuff from real life and real development and how it happens at work, this is what this stream is really about. So yeah, and that's why this stream after a year is not, it's still probably, I'm always in the top first or second row, but it's not super popular still, right? Because I don't follow trends, because I don't care, I don't give a shit, right? It's just I try to at least influence some people to be a real to be smart instead of yeah, doing useless things, right? You need to write book at some stage of your life. who knows? Maybe it will. There's nothing so impressive about my life. I think maybe for some of you, this stream is a refresher because it's not trying to sell you anything, right? Because I don't genuinely give a shit about you guys, and you don't care about me neither, right? So as I always say, we're here. If you are having fun, super great. Stick around. If you're not, I don't give a crap. Don't go and do something else, right? And vice versa, right? So it's mutually relaxed and honest, right? That's how it is, right? So yes, that's how it works. Any interesting questions before I head off and watch something on the TV? But people like G Bounty and people like that and Leo, those are the people I love. They've been around for so long, and very honest, very, very, very nice. No bull crap, no stuff. Just hanging out, and it would be actually super nice if I start bringing some of you guys on the stream and play one game as well. It would be cool if I start bringing you guys on the stream. If any of you guys want to ever talk and say something in the stream, just let me know, right? I would like to give some of you guys. I would like to give you guys some space so you can. Yeah, maybe we could do some interviews or something like that, right? But yeah, that's how it is. Soon we're going to be using my Kubernetes cluster here. As I said, let me actually show it again. So soon we're going to be using my Kubernetes cluster, just FYI, and we're going to be also hosting some programmer network services there. So so yeah, as you saw, basically, as you saw, so yeah, so we're gonna be using that Kubernetes cluster, right? Soon, I'm gonna also do a tutorial on it, and I actually need to use Kubernetes more, to be honest with you, because I became a bit rusty at it, and Kubernetes, knowing Kubernetes is gonna be a huge asset to your skills in the future. So knowing Kubernetes is going to be really, really great skill to have, also for your career and stuff like that. So we're going to reactivate this cluster that I have here, and I'm going to try to find the places where we can use it, right? I'm going to expose this cluster out to the internet, right? And then we're going to maybe use it to do some things with it, right? But I think it's going to be fun, and it's going to be very complicated, and it's going to take us probably next year of streaming to fully learn it together. But that's my approximate plan, is that for the next 12 months, I want to be really good at Kubernetes. And the best way to do it is to actually activate the Kubernetes cluster I already have here on my Raspberry Pis. Because, yeah, and then try to find where to use the cluster. And then we can, whatever, maybe use also, some infrastructure as code and some Terraform and stuff, maybe kind of create a Terraform strategy here or whatever, and then we can kind of deploy some things very easily to the cluster itself, right? But there's a lot. That's why, yeah, there's a lot you can do when you have some nice cluster, right? You can learn a lot of stuff, and yeah, you cannot do Bitcoin mining on Raspberry Pis, right? Raspberry Pis, performance-wise, they have very old CPUs, right? Well, hopefully in the next year of the stream. I mean, so I need to kind of make a plan what type of stream this is going to be for the next year, right? So I'm going to do that sometimes in December. But I think it's going to be a lot of Kubernetes, right? It's going to obviously be building a programmer network. That's always going to be the focus. But I think I want to activate this because I want to get out of the stream more, and I want to make sure that so I think we're gonna use K3s. To mine bitcoins, right, you need a really good GPU, right? So not the CPU itself, right? You lost weight? No, not really. Maybe I just had a haircut and maybe I shaved and stuff. Maybe I did. I don't know. I don't think I did. I actually think I gained weight. It's also, I don't know when did you see me last time, right? But um yeah. Yeah. Any questions, any interesting discussions for this Friday? I'm originally from Serbia, but I live in Scandinavia for now 1/3 of my life. So for around 12 years, I'm here. Or to say we are in Copenhagen in Denmark. Guns N' Roses, sure. Let's go November Rain, right? What else do I think first, right? I mean, Poland, Slovenia, Serbia, same shit, man. No, very little difference. We're kind of all Slavs, right? So same crap, right? Same crap, same basket. What do you think about Next.js? What do I think about Next.js? Nothing in particular, honestly. What is to say? It's React rendered in the server with some optimizations built in, which are nice. It's nothing special. Again, WordPress and PHP have been rendering server-side rendering websites for 30 years, C# as well, Visual Basic as well, right? So again, a lot of you guys, some of you guys, if you're new to this industry, you think that Next.js is somehow special. It's not. It's just Node.js server-side rendering. WordPress, if you used WordPress, that's server-side rendering as well, right? So I don't actually understand genuinely what is the all hype about, but that's how it is. And you can also implement server-side rendering yourself without using Next.js, right? So, and server-side rendering is expensive, right? So when I don't genuinely, again, I cannot form an opinion on something I didn't use in production, right? So I don't know how Next.js scales. I don't know how they scale it, right? I don't know how much it costs because you are binding yourself to an external company, right? Vercel, right? And Next.js, server-side rendering again is CPU intensive, right? So it's always way easier, like I did with Programmer Network. Programmer Network is decoupled, the client gets the data from the API, right? So that's way easier to scale than, let's say, it is doing a very heavy computation of generating your HTML in the server, right? So, but again, I've never used Next.js at scale to form an opinion that I could share and not feel ashamed of talking bullshit, right? So, I don't do that ever, and especially not in the stream. So I don't know. I think Next.js could be good, and for some things, is it scalable for something that most of us actually don't even care? For the most part, maybe not even in your entire career, you're gonna deal with a project that has scalability issues, right? Would it make sense for a local hosted service? The thing is, I mean, I think in programming, right? I think the most fundamental question, I guess in life as well, but in programming, you always have to start with why, right? So, for example, if I ask you why are you using Next.js or why not React, right? So you have to be able to instantly give an answer, right? Because we have to be engineers, not just developers, right? Not right. So in simple words, rather instead of asking what do I think of Next.js, you should probably ask yourself, is there a reason that I want to use a specific technology? Because you should always be led by specific problems before you choose a stack, right? So for example, you're not going to write on a RabbitMQ or PubSub in Node.js, right? You're going to use Go, or you're going to use some, right? So there's different tools for different problems, right? So instead of thinking about technology, always think about the problem, and then basically this is what I mean. I'm not a fan of Apple by no means, but I remember this saying when I watched the Steve Jobs video, and this is the only video where I actually when I respected him a lot, what he's saying is, he said, always start with the customer and the problem and then work backwards to the technology, right? So you cannot start with the technology when building the product. Start with the problem with the customer and then, you know, work backwards to the technology, right? So in simple words, right, what do I think of Next.js is irrelevant. The question should be, what is the problem and why do I want to use X, Y, or Z, right? That makes it a lot simpler for you to reason about what you should use, right? Because every technology has some application. If you, for example, are building intranet, if you want to build a closed site where you have to log in and stuff, then using Next.js is a huge failure, right? Because then you want to use some single page application framework like Angular or React or whatever, right? If you want to absolutely optimize for SEO, then you definitely want to do some sort of server-side rendering, right? Is it Next.js? Well, that's, you know, relative, right? So there are no absolute things, right? You have to start with the problem and then walk backwards to the technology, right? Not vice versa. You cannot choose a technology and then try to figure out what the problem is, right? So you know, that's just how it works. So Next.js or any server-side render technology really still works best for SEO, right? You know, it's actually single-page application, frameworks actually have gotten a lot better when it comes to SEO because Google has improved the way to kind of read the AJAX request or HTTP requests and stuff like that. So, but again, it all boils down to what you're trying to solve, right? Can you demonstrate more scaling? Like, what does it mean? Well, it's very simple, right? Think about it this way, right? So imagine that. So imagine that this is your, let me actually share my screen, right? Imagine this is your Next.js server, right? And this server, right? This is your monolithic app, right? Monolithic app, right? So what is monolithic app? Well, it's your product is coupled into one big thing. It's not, you're not using microservices like this, right? You're both kind of client and the API, so your API is rendering your client, right? Now imagine that this guy, this which is just Node.js, right? It's just Node.js, right? This guy now has to render a bunch of HTML, right? So it has to do several things. It has to fetch data from the database, do business logic, render HTML, respond to the HTTP request, right? So send the HTTP response, right? This number 3, render HTML, is a CPU intensive task, right? So it's way more intensive than doing the APIs as I did for the programmer network. I just say, hey, API, give me books, and it just returns books, and then my browser, your browser on your computer renders the stuff, right? So now you delegate that to the server. So you can see clearly how that everything that, for example, when you go to programmer network right now, most of the stuff is happening in your browser. When you go to a Next.js type of project, everything is almost happening, with some exceptions depending how hybrid the application is, right? It's happening in the server. So you delegate a lot more work to your server, which means that your API, Node.js in this case, which Node.js is not the best technology for scaling API calls and stuff, right? Simply because it's single-threaded and stuff like that. You can, of course, cluster it and stuff. Now, and this is what I can't tell you because I never used Next.js at scale, right? I cannot tell you how do you actually now scale the Node.js part of this monolith, right? Because Next.js, we said, is monolith. So how do you scale this? Do you cluster it? Do you just say, hey, give me more nodes that will render this HTML, right? So give me, this is node 1, this is node 1, this is node 2, right? This is node 3, this is node 4, right? I don't know how they do that. Maybe they do that great, and maybe it's easy to scale, maybe it isn't, right? But either way, it's going to be expensive, right? Because doing this on the server is just logically, and absolutely factually and logically more expensive than doing it in the user's browser on their computer, right? Because that costs you nothing. So your user's browser gets some data, and then their browser combines that data with the business logic, right? So that's what server-side rendering in simple words is, right? So of course that it's, you know, more CPU intensive, right? Right. So if we, as I said yesterday, if we decide and we will to render some stuff for programmer network, we are not going to use Next.js. I'm going to create a microservice called, you know, SSR or whatever, or I don't know, HTML render. We're going to create a simple microservice in right, and then our API is going to call that microservice. It's going to push it some data. This service is simply going to be responsible for rendering HTML. Then it's going to get it back to our own existing programmer network API. And then we're going to get back the response to the client, right? So if I decide to actually do server-side rendering for programmer network, which again, I said we will, then we're going to do that ourselves without using Next.js, right? Because I just want to have a super tiny microservice specialized only in rendering HTML. And then I can buy, you know, on Hetzner or on GCP or AWS, eventually I can buy a CPU kind of optimized host. So I can buy just a server that's super optimized for CPU, right? So we don't care about memory, we don't care about anything, we just care about CPU, right? And then because rendering HTML is, right, and we don't need to use anything, right? We can just use the React server-side renderer, like the official library that React provides for rendering stuff in the API, right? On the server, right? All right, that's it. Any other questions? Anyone else with anything? Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Oh, hey, 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 hey. Come on, anyone else? Let's sleep. Yeah. Yeah, seems no more questions. Let's just head off. I'm gonna go do something else. Yeah, that's what it is then. Great, great stuff, guys. Thank you, as always. My pleasure, guys. My pleasure. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching, Leo and everybody else. Play one game. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Likewise, and I wish you best. Be well, be smart, work hard as always, and yeah, we see each other tomorrow. When keep an eye on Discord. I don't know yet. I need to see with my wife and kid. So let's see when it happens. Awesome, fellas. Peace out. I wish you best, and I wish you well. Cheers. Have a good one. Bye-bye. Bye.